Hello. Okay, a little while back, I showed you guys this book. Obviously, this is not the contents of the book. Stuff like this is the contents of the book. This is an old traveling salesman's book that used to have material samples and designs in it. Somebody, and there's that, and I've got a whole video, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I do have a whole video, and it will be linked in the description box down below. But somebody decided to repurpose this book and make it a stitch sampler. So what I said I wanted to do in that first video I made covering the book is that I wanted to try to recreate some of these without a pattern, just by looking at them. And so this is the one that I fell in love with the second most. The first most, some people kept sending me patterns, kept emailing me patterns, but I don't want any patterns. I want to challenge myself to make these without a pattern. Now, how old are these patterns or these samples here? I can only dare to guess sometime in the early 1900s on up, because this book here is from 1895. So this could be from 1910, 1915, 1943, 1988. I don't know. But it's vintage. I just don't know how vintage. Okay, so this is the one I want to try to make. And after studying this one, I believe that this is our beginning right here because of this big loop. So I counted all the stitches, and we need 45 stitches total, and your first double crochet will go into the 8th stitch. So that means skipping 7. And the reason I came to that conclusion is because we are doing double open crochet, which is the Victorian term. Today we call it filet crochet with 2 chains instead of 1. So we skip 2 chains, we make 2 chains, we work a double crochet in the 3rd stitch over. So I was able to count 2, 4, 6 as far as the chains down here, then go back and count all the double crochets, and then I had to manually count these chains here on the side, which wasn't too difficult with my glasses. So we need 13 spaces, 45 squares. That did leave me with, I already started the first row just to make sure it was correct. For some reason, it did leave me with 1 chain too many, but honestly, nobody cares. So I think this is also made all in one piece. So I believe that this is the starting thread, and up here is the end. I think it is 100% the end. Look at that. That is a final stitch. Let's see if I can but focus that in a little bit for you. That's the final stitch there. So this is where it begins. And you do turn at every row. You see how clean this edge is, and this one here is not as clean. And I believe that's because we work our way up to the 9th row. And then once we work the 10th row, we start working our first shell stitch, and then we work a row. Come back up, and I think we work these. And then instead of working back down, all we can do is attach to this stitch over here and then work back over, work another row, work back up, work another, attach to this stitch, which makes it look like there's 2 stitches over here, whereas you just see 1 over here. And then it's the same on this side. So I think what we do is we just keep working like this. See how you stop here, but you come all the way over, and then you start again. So we would have to work our way up to build a platform for these stitches to attach to, start our shell, and then work down, over, like a candy cane, down, then stop, then down, then stop. So I think that's how this is worked. And I really like this. I think it's neat. It's obviously a border. The one that I'm going to make is going to be a little bit bigger. Forgive me, I had to focus my camera and clear my throat because this is a very fine thread. This is likely a size 60 thread, and my eyes just cannot handle that. So I'm going to use a thin number 10. It's not small enough to be a size 20. It's not quite full size enough to be a whole number 10. So they do market it as a number 10. Here is an unused one. See, it says that it's size 10, but it's rather thin for a number 10. So It's going to be bigger than this one, as you can see, and that's okay. And you can make these with any size. Yarn can be worsted or an Aran weight, doesn't matter. All right, so first things first, we've got some fillet work to do. So starting this way, because this is our start. Now let's just go ahead and move on to the row number 2, which is going to be, now this is not going to be a lesson or a tutorial. I'm just going to work through this, but I'll talk through it. But I will also link another video down below that will teach you how to do filet crochet. It's a full step-by-step. It's the first 10 rows of a beautiful pattern. So we're going to start with 4 spaces. So row 1 was all spaces. Row 2 is going to be 4 spaces. 4 spaces, 1 block, 3 spaces, 1 block, 4 spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and work that really quick. In fact, what I'm going to do is go ahead and work up to row 10. I'm going to complete row 9, and whenever I'm ready to start row 10, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here are the first 9 rows that I'm going to work off camera. That is a space right there on the 9th row. Okay, so just use, if you're familiar with patterns like this, again, this is not a teaching video, but I'm going to offer you this pattern. So there you go, all your spaces and blocks. And this is going to be 3 blocks on this side, 3 here and 3 here, 3 here and 3 here. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and work this off camera, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for row 10. So that's as far as I've gotten. I did pin this down over here just to open it up a little bit. I want to show you what I looked at. So we just worked 9 rows up. On our 10th row, we have to start making the little fans. And then it's going to be another 9 rows to this point, and then another 9 rows up to this point. And if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, this part here is added afterward. That's the finishing edge. So 9 rows gets us to this point. And then as we work, 1, 2, it's going to be another 9 rows up. So mathematically, it's going to work out perfectly. So I am going to go ahead and pin this back down again, just because it was handy to have it opened up. There we go. Now I can clearly see all the edge stitches. I need to get some of those pins that are just, it's like a square like this, and they just have a bunch of pins coming out of one, so you can just, I need to get one of those. Okay, or some of those. All right, so now to start row 10, really examining the piece here, I think we just work in an existing space. So we started row 1 going in this direction, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So from right here, I work, it looks like 7 double crochet, and then work the 10th row down. I think that's 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think 8. And it also looks like we'll be working between the stitches, not into any stitches on here. We'll be working, but okay, that's for later. Okay, so I think what I need to do then is, does it look like it starts with a chain? I've got to get my magnifying, y'all. My eyes are so bad. Does that look like it starts with a chain? No. Looks like it starts with just a double crochet. So that's, I guess I can do this. Oh, wait. That comes right off of that 10th row, doesn't it? Wait a minute. Do I need to work the 10th row and then come back and do this? Maybe. because I don't have, let me try that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I completed row 10. I think I need to do row 11 too, because the way it is looking, it looks like with row 11, we come back this way and we start right here with, I think it's a total of 8 double crochet is what it's going to wind up being with this one. Yeah, it's a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I think with row 11, then once we finish row 11, I think we work the 7 double crochet into row 10's end space. Come back this way, then turn, come back this way, and complete row 12. Then come up row 13, work across, come up, work this way, and then start working row 13. I think that's what I need to do. So I'm going to work row 11, which is basically a repeat of row 10. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm ready to work my first little shell here. So into the 10th space on the side. So here we go. Starting off like this, turn to the side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Into the 10th space, I'm going to work 7 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 7. And so now I need to secure this down right here at the end of this row right here. And I'm going to do that with a slip stitch. And now I need to work a row of, let's open this spot up here. Now I need to work a row of double crochets and chain 1s. So I need to slip stitch my way up, or actually, now that I think about it, 1, 2, I think 3. Slip stitch into the next end of the row right here. Turn, and using between each stitch, let me look really close. Between each stitch is going to be a double crochet. Is that chain 1 or chain 2? Hang on. Is that chain 1? I think so. I think so. Okay. So I don't want to poke myself, so I better make sure those are needle point down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 now. And starting in the first space, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, I counted that 1 stitch. All right, going from this way. Gosh, it's hard to tell. But I think I need to work between these 2 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and then between the 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. It's hard to tell a little bit. I'm glad I didn't use a finer thread because my eyes would really be struggling with this. I don't want to make too many. I need to count. I think there's supposed to be a total of 7. 1, 2, 3. Hey, if that's the case, I got it. There's the 7th. And then, I'm slightly lost. Okay, and then we start the next row by chaining 2 and working our double crochet. What is the next row? That's the next row right there. So I need 5, or is it 4? I need 4 spaces. Yeah, there's a gap. Okay, it almost looks like an extra space. So I'm on the right track. Because it almost looks like 5 spaces on this side. But okay. So that's 2. 3. Yeah. So far, it's looking right. That's 4, but as you can see, probably barely, it looks like 5 because there's a gap right here. That's not the right thing to be pointing with. So here's our 4 regular spaces, but it looks like 5 in a row because of that one right there. And that is precisely what I also have. See, I have a little gap right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm still on the right track. Then I need 2 blocks, or no, 1 block, 3 spaces, 1 block, 4 spaces. So 1, 2 and 3 makes 1 block, then 1 space, 2 more spaces, I try not to make my second chain too tight because I've been working into the chains instead of around them. And I don't want to poke holes in my fingertip trying to get into a tight chain. There we go. That's 1. Struggling. 2, 3, and 4, and then 4 spaces. So let me stretch that out a little bit. I think I'm on the right track. Okay, I'm going to finish this row, and then my next row up will be that one there. It is helpful to have everything sort of pinned down. I'll just stick these here for now. So many pins. Okay, so the next row up will be just spaces. Okay, so I'm going to finish this row and then work the next row, which is just spaces, and then we start on the next 2 rows of our, what would they call this? A scallop. Let's speak in the vintage terms. So a row of spaces, and then we work the next 2 rows of the scallops, and then we work row 14. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so after using my handy dandy magnifying glass, I can see that the next row up on the scallop is 1 double crochet in the chain space, and then 1 on top of the double. 1 in the chain, 1 on top of the double. Now, we don't have to do it that way. We can do 2 on top of, but they might have done it like this for a reason. I mean, they probably did it for a reason. I don't know how well you can see that, probably not very well. So you can see they have 1 in the chain space and 1 over. But I wonder if we can clean up the appearance of this just a little bit by working 2 in each double crochet. Let's see what that would cause. If it's catastrophic, I can always undo it. So, oh, I didn't even look to see how many chains separate. It looks like it's 2. Looks like it's separated by 2 chains this time. Is it? Or is that just 1? That's 2. Okay, so it's separated by 2 chains. So it's a good thing I already made 2 chains. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and work 2 double crochet into the same double. See what this looks like. I think it should basically be the same thing. Then chain 2 and work 2 again into the next. So yeah, I'm kind of changing it ever so slightly, but these are those tiny sort of minute changes that just make it more mine. And also, it doesn't change the appearance. It just makes it more me doing it my way. And working into a chain is a lot more difficult than working into the top of a stitch. So it's also my way of working just with less difficulty. Now, the original I'm going to just say I'm going to assume, actually worked around all the chains throughout the entire pattern. They didn't work into the chains either. They worked around them. Okay, this one here should be the last one. Work 2. Now, how did they end it? It looks like exactly the way I just did. Okay, so they're going to just finish it right there, attach, and then work a chain up and start working 3 over the 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach to this area right here with a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then attach to the next end of the row up with another slip stitch. Here we go. I'm going to chain 1. Now I need to work 3. So what I can do is, oh no, I got to fix that. Glad I caught that. I'll be right back. I'm going to fix this really quick and come back to right where we just were. There's also a short one. I just counted and I need 7 groups of 2. I only made 6. So I need to work one right here on top of this chain 3. Not the easiest. It's like working right into a knot. So I'm glad I double checked that. Yeah, it's not even, that was in the chain space. So that's going to be a little bit of a pill. That's in the chain space again. Yep, that'll do. Okay, now I will secure it again up here. Chain 3. And secure that chain 3 right here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is work 2 into the first double and 1 into the next one over. Or actually, I'll split the doubles. I'll work 1 in the space between the 2 doubles, and then 1 into the next double over. Now the next group will be a lot easier for you to see what I just did there. Oh, how many chains do we have in between? I think these are all, nope, eventually we do go up to 3 chains. And it is looking like, yeah, I need that to come up a little bit. I'm struggling to see these tiny little chains. 2, okay, 2 chains. All right, so chain 2, 1, 2. So what I'm going to do is work 1 into the first double, 1 in between the 2 doubles, and then 1 into the third double, or the second double over. So you see how that looks? Hopefully that's clear. And then chain 2 and repeat. And you know what? Let's see what it looks like working 2 into the first and 1 into the next one over. Probably won't be any different. It's not really any different. Yeah, it's not really any different. So I guess it's just personal preference. I like the way this looks. I mean, I like the way they both look, but I'm a bit partial to my way because it's my way. And I did it my way. All right, so I'm going to work these to the end of the scallop, and then we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, so moving on to the next one now, I'm going to need 5. So I'm legitimately going to need 5 spaces, 3 blocks, and then 5 spaces. So I just worked my last group of 3. I need a total of 7 of them. Is it 7 throughout? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 7 throughout. And I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I may have added an extra stitch down here. So I think instead of chaining anything, I'm just going to go ahead and work a double crochet without chaining. Because when I counted, I had 14 spaces and I wasn't supposed to, or I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so this will make sure that I have 13 by not chaining 2 first. Okay, and is that what they did, I wonder? Curious. Probably. I don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, they kept their chain count fine, so mine was off by 1. I grew by 1 on the road down below. It's fine. Okay. So now I'm going to work my 5, 3, 5. Then I'm going to come up and work 4 stitches separated by a chain 2. Then join like I showed you. Come up and work 5 stitches separated by chain 3, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, those are chain 3s. And then it's chain 3 throughout until up here. I can't tell how many chains are up here, but I'm going to take a guess whenever I get to that part. So I'm going to keep working this until this whole scallop is done, minus these little fan stitches on top. I believe those are added separately. All right, so I will be back whenever I am about to write here. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to say that this part isn't actually added afterward. I do think I know at this point that it is the last row. So I just worked the last row. I need to work my way back down to continue to work on my pattern. I need to work my way back over this way. So it looks like it is a row of single crochets and 12 double crochets in the chain 3 space, and that probably was supposed to be more like a chain 4 or chain 5 space. So I'm going to undo my last row and increase the chain count. Now I need to work it. I counted it 3 times. It's 12 double crochet. So I'm thinking like a chain 5. So I have a chain 3. Let's see here. 4, 5. Is that going to be enough? Let's look. That might be. I don't think we want it to be too loose because it looks like it stabilizes the end. I mean, the end is pretty stable without even blocking. But yeah, okay. So I'll try the chain 5, and if it's not wide enough, then I will go to a chain 6. So I'll just go ahead and try that on camera with you. So I have 3, and I'm going to loosen that up as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are much looser than the original chain 3s I had. I had them pretty tight. So I'm going to work all of these over real quick and then just turn my work and work this one fan right here and see how that looks. Okay, that's enough of those. Let's go ahead and turn. Wanted to have a few double crochet on both sides to really get an idea of how packed it would be. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and work 12 double crochet in this chain space, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went back and fixed that. Those were supposed to be single crochets, not double crochets. And obviously these are on the wrong side, but maybe not. Maybe they're not. Yeah, they are. I mean, I think it looks okay, but I probably should go down to 4 chains because this hole really isn't that big, and this one here is just completely blown out. So I'm thinking 4 chains, 4 not super loose chains. That's what I'm going to try. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did here is this is a chain 4 and this is a chain 3. And I think the chain 3 probably falls a little more into line with how this looks. A little more stiffened. And here's the chain 4. Again, we're just a little more open, not too big of a difference, but if we're trying to make it look right, I think the chain 3 is right. Okay, so I didn't have to undo my whole row. Regardless, it was a worthy experiment. So I'm going to put this whole row back, and I will be right back. Oh, I missed this before. But we are not single crocheting over all 8 stitches, just about 3 of them. So that's what I did. So I just worked my next group of 12, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 and work 1. Well, wait, maybe skip 2. Forgive me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 over here. See, it's an uneven number, kind of. So looking at it again, yeah. Yeah. No, I just decreased 1 stitch in the middle And it looks even better than the first one where it has this like long swoop right here. But now it looks a little more even. So I'm gonna go back and do that to this one. Oops. I think I undid a whole double. I did. Okay, so I'm gonna skip the first two. So skip, skip, and then work 1 single crochet, decrease, and then with 3 stitches left, work 1 more, and it doesn't cause any buckling or anything, and then work my 12 doubles. Okay, there's the result so far. I can't believe I missed this at first, but I think now I have it. And it's not causing any buckling on the final 8. And then of course there's this, and it kind of goes with this. It looks like they closed this one up too, though. I'm gonna keep it like that, though. I like it. Whew. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up and then be right back. Okay, so here is where I'm at so far. Here's where I ended. So I did cinch this side in a little bit. Of course, I lost a few stitches. I'll have to put them back because this part right here looks a little cinched in, not nearly as straight as this side. My side is straighter because I didn't cinch in any of the stitches. They did skip some stitches. So I needed to bring this one here in to match that. So now I'm ready to, I think whenever I'm done with my last stitch here, I need to chain 3 and just keep following the pattern until I get to this point again, and then do it all over again. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this off camera, and then I will come back and show you how it looks. But I feel confident that, yeah, I think I got it, and without a pattern. Although technically this kind of is a pattern. It's, in a way, it's like a living chart pattern, in a way. Okay, so I have finished. I just wanted to give you a reminder. This was the original. I got it out of this, which I bought on Etsy, and these patterns I don't believe are from 1895. I do believe that they are from the Edwardian era on up. Okay, I haven't weaved in any of my ends, but I did block it, and it grew quite a bit after blocking it. And there we go. See if I can, there we go. I am very proud of myself for this one. Flip it around this way. And actually, let's do like this. I'm really proud of myself for this one, for managing to work out how to do the scallop portion. And it turned out really, really good. It turned out really, really good. So I'm really happy with this one. And I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I blocked it really good, so you should be able to see every space and every block. To avoid that annoying red bar that comes up whenever we pause, I will. Okay, I don't pause. I'll just leave it like this for a minute, and you can get a good screenshot. And just, if you don't know how many blocks are here, look at the empty spaces below. So you can see that's actually going to be 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. And up here, you can see that is, or is it 4? No, it's 3. And right here, you can just pay attention to the space down below, you know, and that will help you count how many blocks. Is 1, 2, 3 blocks. This is going to be 3 blocks. And again, 3. These are all mostly 3. 1, 2, 3 blocks. So there you go. That's the pattern. And now I will put this back. And remember, any of these patterns that you recognize in here, please don't send me a physical pattern in my email, because I really do want to try to make these without any assistance from a real pattern. Oh, look at that one right there. That is so cute. That one is very cool as well. I almost want to try to tackle that one next, and also this one. There's a lot, so I hope you'll have a chance to check out the original video. And there's that. And really, we really take a deep dive into this pattern book in that original video. Okay. Wow, what a mess. Some of those need to be tacked back down. Okay, there we go. I need to tack that down. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you lots. Bye.